Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Check this out. What if you could walk out from every situation that drained you? Financial freedom makes that possible. Financial freedom is not just about having money for materialistic things. It's about having more leverage, more options, more time, more freedom. It's about having that confidence, being able to get out of situation that is no longer serving you, to raise the middle finger and literally walk away from every situation that you don't want to be in. That blood-sucking job, that toxic relationship, and that energy-draining apartment complex that you just can't live in anymore because of the rude staff and the lack of security. I don't know about you, but I can't live my life like that. I can't live a life that I hate. I can't live a life that I feel miserable because I feel like something is holding me back because I don't have financial stability or leverage. I have to learn about money and how money works to make life a little bit easier to navigate. So here is how to make it your reality today. Just keep on watching. Financial literacy can quite literally change the trajectory of someone's financial journey. Whether you're in USA, whether you're in the UK, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in Nigeria, learn how money works in your country. Learn how to make money wherever you are because there's always a way. I don't know if you've heard this saying before, but knowledge is power. Information is power. The difference between people that are homeless and people that are wealthy and live a life of abundance is information. So how do you get this knowledge? I can't stress this enough. Read books. There's so much abundant knowledge in just picking up a book and reading it, digesting it, studying it. Reading books is single-handedly one of the ways you can grow. You can grow mentally, you can grow emotionally, and most importantly, you can grow financially. Reading books open your mind to so many endless possibilities. It can also show you how to navigate life following the blueprints of people that have done this in the past. History tends to repeat itself, and when you actually expose yourself to that knowledge, you'll be able to navigate life and you'll be able to put your money where it's supposed to be. I'm going to give you 3 book recommendations that you can start reading right now, and if you want to see more, I'm going to link every other financial books I read that I can definitely recommend that has completely changed my life and has taught me a lot in my link in bio. You can just go to my Amazon storefront and you can get every other book I personally have read and has changed my life. But I'm only going to give you 3 books here so I don't overwhelm you with information. The first book I'm going to recommend to you is I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. This book is such a gem because this book really starts from the basics of financial literacy. It tells you what to do, tells you how to save, tells you how to invest, and it actually gives you real life examples, banks and investment companies that you can actually open right now. It gives you real practical tips that you can actually follow. If I ever want to advise someone from scratch about financial literacy, I'm going to recommend this book first because, like I said, it really starts with the basics. I also want to say that it's very entertaining to read this book, and it's also very entertaining to listen to it if you have audiobooks or if you have Audible. The second one I'm going to recommend to you is Psychology of Money. I'm putting this book in number 2 because it really does a deep dive into the emotional and psychological aspects of managing money, which can change the way you see money, the way you invest money, and the way you spend money, because everything at the end of the day starts with your perception of life. It basically teaches you the power of patience and long-term thinking when it comes to investing and saving your money. It's a very thought-provoking book, and it's going to lay a solid foundation on why you should use your money the way you need to. And the third book I'm going to recommend to you is Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach. I love this book because it's specifically targeted towards women. It teaches you how to save, how to invest, and how to take control of your finances as a woman. It also addresses the unique challenges we face as women compared to men, because we know that we live in a society that is mostly patriarchal. So I love the fact that it really talks about our challenges as women. So it teaches you how to financially plan your life and how to be financially independent. Listen to inspirational and educational podcasts and YouTube videos. I watch a lot of YouTube. I'm not really a podcast person, but I do listen to podcasts when I'm driving. The people that I recommend you watch, Diary of a CEO, Mel Robbins, Brian Jung, Humphrey Yang, Dan Mattel, Graham Stephan, and Joshua Mayo, just to name a few. I'm going to put some YouTube links in my description box on videos that I watched personally that changed my life, changed my mindset about money, changed where I see the world. Always do your research. Never trust speculation until you've done your research and you've done your due diligence. So I'm going to give you an example. This is one of the biggest regrets I've ever made in my life. Back in 2022, I had a lot of liquid cash. I was fairly new to investing. I already knew investments, but I was actively learning how to invest my money, and I had some money that I wanted to put away since I wasn't using it and it was just sitting in a savings account. Back then, Bitcoin was around $21,000 and I wanted to buy a full Bitcoin because I did have the money and I already knew about Bitcoin and I knew Bitcoin was here to stay, but I was still learning, so I wasn't really like exposed to that crypto world. So I did buy a full Bitcoin and some. I bought Bitcoin worth around $24,000, one Bitcoin and some Bitcoin. And at that time, because I was also trying to invest my money, I also wanted to reach out to people that I knew that also invest in crypto, because obviously when you are trying to be financially literate, you also want to have people around you that understand how this works, so that you can also have people that you can just talk to and bounce information off of. So to cut the long story short, I had this crypto bro as a friend. He was very heavily into crypto. That was his entire life and he was very successful at it. So I already put him at a pedestal, right? I really wanted him to tell me about the cryptos he invests in so that I can also see if I can invest in and actually cash out. And so we were talking a lot and he was telling me about a particular investment I'm not going to mention because it was a terrible investment, and he convinced me to liquidate my Bitcoin that I just bought and buy this particular token. The way he put it was basically a cash grab. It was a token that you could easily make money off of instead of Bitcoin that you have to wait for years or wait for a couple of months before it actually increased. And like I said, I was still very new into investing. I eventually liquidated my Bitcoin. This token he was telling me about, he told me for me to get to the best place possible to get my value back, my return of investment back, was to invest at least 20 grand in it. So I took my money out from Bitcoin. I bought this token. Long story short, after a while, this token plumped badly. It went so bad that I was stuck with dead money for a while. Even till today, I still have this token and I call it dead money because it's worth nothing now. At that time, I bought thousands of this token. Now I'm stuck with dead money, and this is just one of the investment this person told I and my sister to invest in, and we eventually lost tens of thousands of dollars. We were stuck with dead money and we're stuck with accounts that we can't access anymore. I'm saying this to say that no matter what, never ever trust speculation without doing your research. Make sure you are doing your due diligence, because if I let my Bitcoin sit there till now, I would have gained over $100,000, even way more. Right now, Bitcoin is worth $105, and this is just a little bit of even the amount of money we literally blew based on speculation. I would have been so much richer now than I am if I didn't just be patient, do my due diligence. I know we live in a world where people are trying to get cash grab as fast as possible. You have to be patient to get your return of investment. There is no shortcut in getting rich. It's either going to be highly speculative or you're going to be doing something illegal. There is no shortcut to financial abundance. It's a process, and I learned that the very hard way. This is for my girls that live in America. I don't really know how it works in Canada or US. Credit card has the highest interest rates. So with everything you do, make sure you are paying off your credit card debts if you have any, and make sure you are paying off every single month. Credit card debt is slowly eating away from your freedom. So if you are stuck in credit card debt, because I know a lot of Americans are stuck with tens of thousands of credit card debt, and just imagine 30% interest rates. That's absolutely ridiculous. Stop spending money that you can't pay back. The interest is going to keep on piling up and piling up, and you're going to be stuck with more and more money you have to pay off. So there are two ways you can easily pay off your credit card debt fast. Debt snowball. And number 2, the debt avalanche method. So the debt avalanche method is basically paying off your debts that have the highest form of interest, prioritizing those ones first, and then paying the minimum balance for every other loan you have. It's going to eventually save you more money because you're not paying too many interests. And then the second one, the debt snowball method, which I do not really recommend, but if you have to, is another option. Is paying off your debts from the smallest ones to the bigger ones. It doesn't usually save you money, but if that's what you can do, it's better to do that than do nothing. So prioritize the ones you feel like you can pay first and then pay the other ones later. We want to tackle these debts as soon as possible so that you can be free and be able to have money to yourself, to save money and invest money for your future. So having a high yield savings account helps you build wealth over time by compounding interest. Every single month, you'll be getting interest on whatever amount you put in that account. So let's assume you put $10,000 in a high yield savings account with 4% APY. That means you get 4% of that $10,000 every year, like annually. So meaning you will get $400 out of that $10,000 because that's 4% of $10,000 annually. Every month you can get like around $33 or $34 if you leave that money there. But imagine if you're putting money there every single month, your money will be compounding. Even if it looks like it's small amounts of money you're getting, when you do that for years and years, just imagine how much you're going to compound with just free money because your money is working for you. So I have a checking account, high yield savings account, and I have investment account. So my checking accounts are accounts where I do bills, like maybe I have to buy groceries or have my nails done or make my hair or go shopping. That's like disposable account for me where I do disposable things. But my high yield savings account basically like short-term savings account where I'm saving to travel in the next 6 months or saving to travel in the next year or saving to buy a car. So when I actually bought my Mercedes-Benz, I took the money from my high yield savings account because I was already compounding interest in that account for a while. And I had free money there because I was just putting money in there. I was never taking money out, and eventually every month I was getting like returns in my money, and it was helping my money grow a little bit more. So it's usually for short-term savings goals. If you want long-term, then you will go into investing, but we'll talk about investing much later. The 2 high-yield savings accounts I use, Wealthfront and I use SoFi, is an account where I can pull out money without touching my investment, my retirement. It makes me feel more confident because I have an account where if anything happens, I can easily pick money from there and sort out any issues. And these are just the ones I use. There are many other banks and financial institutions out there that give even up to 5%. So just do your research. Google is your best friend. ChatGPT is even your best friend. YouTube is your best friend. YouTube is my best friend. I get so much information from YouTube. There are so many ways now to get information. It's not like those days where we don't have internet, and there is abundant knowledge on the internet. You just have to want to push yourself to do it. Every single account, I have to find a way that I get something back in return, okay? Even my checking accounts, even my disposable account. We all know checking account is a regular bank account, but I don't just get any random checking account because I want to just spend money with that account. As I'm spending my money, you're giving me something in return. So I make sure that I'm strategic in my picking because a lot of banks or financial institutions also give you rewards. So I use Capital One Saver Card, Capital One Quicksilver Card, and Chase Sapphire Preferred Card, and they all give me rewards. When I spend with my Capital One Saver Card and my Capital One Quicksilver Card, I get money back in return. Maybe like 5% of whatever I spend in a particular store or a particular website, they give me cash back. So if I spend maybe $200 in Macy's, for example, Capital One will give me back 5% of that $200 I spent. It's free money just because I'm spending money, okay? On my checking account, I make sure that I get rewards. You can even keep on accumulating that rewards and use it to buy yourself a nice dress or a nice shoe, or you can use it to go for a concert, or you can use it to buy a flight ticket. Like, there's so much you can do with this reward. Chase Sapphire, I use that to get points for like travels. Yeah, I love people that travel for free because they spend money with their card and they get points. You can get first class tickets. You can get free hotel rooms with your points. Make sure you are strategic in picking your banks. Make sure your money is working for you in some sort of way. Even if you are spending, even if you are saving, even if you are investing, okay? open a Roth IRA investment account or a 401k investment retirement account and max out the yearly limits or the annual limit to put in the best position possible for your interest. So just to summarize this, Roth IRA is basically an investment account where you put money there for retirement, and different brokerages have an annual limit that you can put there every single year. I'm going to talk about the one I use, which is Vanguard. I have a Roth IRA in Vanguard. I actually just opened a Roth IRA like this January actually. I had to liquidate some of my investment and open a Roth IRA because now I want to start intentionally building my retirement without much risks, and Roth IRA is the best option for me. So Roth IRA for Vanguard is $7,000 annual limit. So when you max out that annual limit, meaning that you cannot put more than $7,000 in that account, then you're going to invest that $7,000 into the stock market, and every single year you're guaranteed to get around like 10 or 12% annual returns. I'm not really going to go too deep into this. I'm going to link some videos that I love talking about the difference between Roth IRA and 401k to watch them and actually understand them on a deep level. So Roth IRA basically grows tax-free. So if you're putting your money in Roth IRA and your money is invested and growing there, when you get to 59 years old, you can start taking that money out of your Roth IRA and you don't have to pay taxes on it at all, which is amazing. And I was able to max out my 2024 annual limits and my 2025 annual limit, and I'm very happy that I'm able to do this on time, because I know that after April you can't max out the limits for your previous year. So just imagine me maxing out my Roth IRA from now till I'm 59, 7k every single year till I get to 59. Imagine the amount of interest and the compounded interest I'm going to get in that account. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm going to retire so securely. It's very, very important to start investing in your future as early as possible. It's never too late. The best time is now to start investing. Whether you're 30, whether you're 40, whether you're 50, the best time is now. I live in America, so I already know the kind of investments that work in America. Investments like Vanguard, you can use Fidelity, M1 Finance, Charles Schwab. There are many other investment options. Just make sure that you do your research before putting your money in any form of investment. Master the habit of saving and investing. This is so important. A lot of people, especially in America, live paycheck to paycheck. It's very unhealthy. It's very scary to be in that position, knowing that if you lose your job this instant, you've lost everything. You don't have anything to keep yourself afloat. You have to find a way to be able to save money. Make saving second nature to you, because honestly, it's only going to do you so much good. Saving will always put you in the best path for financial success. When it becomes a habit for you to save, it's not going to be hard. It's really about making those small changes in your day-to-day life that will lead to huge rewards in the future. I know that we like to live life in the present, but you have to think about your future, especially the fact that you're getting older. If you don't know how to just randomly bring out money from your account when you get paid, try to automate your payment. I'm not a budgeting kind of person. I hate that word budgeting, honestly. But if budgeting works for you, automate all your accounts so that every single month money automatically leaves your account to go to your savings account or your investment account without you doing it by yourself. Just make sure you're creating a budget that puts you in a position to put your money aside and to build the habit of saving. And last but not least, never ever depend on anybody 100% completely. Do not ever. Especially as women, we are taught to allow men take the lead or be stay-at-home wives, be mothers, don't have career, don't have your own thing going on for yourself. I can't tell you the amount of times I have experienced other people's life crumble right before their eyes. People that I know personally and people that I don't know. It is very important to have your own as a woman. You don't know tomorrow. You don't know what will happen in the next 5 years. You don't know what will happen in the next 10 years. What if he leaves you and goes for someone younger? What if he leaves you and dies? What if he leaves you and runs away and says he doesn't want the relationship anymore? What if he divorces you with nothing? You have to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best situation possible to be able to stand on your own. The key to freedom is having your own and calling the shots on your own terms. Make sure you have your own career, make sure you have your own business, make sure you have something to do for yourself that is giving you money. That security is so important. It's literally life or death. Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, even if you're a working class mom, even if you're not even a mom, even if you're just dating, make sure you have your own personal finances. True freedom comes from self-sufficiency. Being financially stable and being financially literate is being able to protect yourself. So to summarize this entire video, the 7 secrets I mentioned are financial literacy, pay off your credit card debts, open a high yield savings account, get a checking account that gives cash back and rewards, open a ROTH IRA or a 401k, and max out the annual limits. Master the habit of saving and investing. And lastly, never depend on anybody 100% for your financial stability. I just want you to please take this advice very seriously, and if you haven't, just start. Okay, is the best time to start is now, and take one or more of these strategies and just start now. You don't have to do everything in one day, but just take it one step at a time and just start something. Start today, because the best time is now. And that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you want, share with me your best financial tip or the best tip you've gotten from this video. I would like to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you got to this point, my babes, leave me a blue heart. And I know you got to this point. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, and I hope I was able to help you in one way or another. And if you are ready to take control of your life, make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because I drop a lot of gems here, if you can't tell already. Join me on this journey to become the best version of ourselves, and let's be a community together. I'm going to see you in my next videos, my loves. Bye.